Hello everybody, Lord PeteyTV here to give you another little update of this game I ended up playing. The game is called Breachway. It is from the developer Edgeflow Studios, from the publisher Hooded Horse. So I ended up playing this game because the demo of it through Steam Fest and on PC, and I really thought it was very interesting. And what kind of brought me to kind of drawn into it was the fact that it was a space game, number one. Number two, it was card based, and number three, it had the feeling of like survival, of trying to make it through some type of a cosmos. Now, the demo, I ended up playing it for a little bit of time. I got through the first area, started working on the second one, and you start off as a very, very basic ship with basic abilities, and you pretty much have to learn. You kind of go through like a tutorial of how you're ending up playing. Once you end up finishing that tutorial, then you can end up picking what version of ships and things like that you want. So the reason why I thought this was super interesting and something I was kind of excited to play was, first of all, it's coming out on Steam March 22nd of this year. So that's number one. Number two, the feeling that I had when I played this game was very interesting because it really gave me this FTL feel. So faster than light, I kind of ended up playing it, and that's what the game kind of felt like to me, with a combination of cards instead of me making the decision of weapons and things like that. So you've also probably seen our other video for Cobalt Core, so it felt very similar in that aspect. It felt like one and the other, so it kind of meshed together, and I thought pretty well. So what I thought was pretty interesting with the meshing of both was that the ships became more and more complicated. They became more and more realistic. The way that the weapons worked is that, I draw a card, be like a missile, and drop a missile down. I'd pull it over onto the enemy, enemy ship, and then the missile would go out and say 1 turn till hit. Or if I got the upgraded version of the card, it would say like two turns to hit, or something along those lines. So you had those also, so you can kind of use some type of strategy to think ahead while you're ending playing with that. So I thought that was very, very interesting. And then if you have precision type weapons, you can end up using the precision type weapons to directly pinpoint different components and different people we're going to attack. And then you say, okay, attack that turret. You attack the turret, kill the turret. It'll be disabled for a couple of turns until they send the other thing to repair it. So that was a really cool feature also, which I was not expecting, and it was a really nice little twist. Now, your shields, you can end up taking them and placing them on yourself to defend yourself. So I was kind of super similar and used to those feelings of that. Now, there's engineers for each area, which means you have different components and different things you can learn from them there. So you have those abilities too. The ships, depending upon how hardy the ship is going to be, also depends upon its gameplay. So you can pick a ship that's a little bit lighter, which will allow you to have more gunner and like guns. Well, I shouldn't say guns, like the guns cards can be used more often, or the shield cards can be used more often, but they don't do as much damage. Whereas you have bigger ships, which allow you to have heavier hitting weapons, like piercing stuff, and you'll see that in the video, and it'll be very, very interesting to show you. I'm going to try to show you like two battles. One was of the earlier type game. I'm going to show you some of the world maps, and then the other part is going to be the later on ship that I ended up picking, which is vastly different than the first. But all in all, each one had its own specific feelings and kind of pushing through. I really love the graphics of it. The 3D design of the game was a lot more interesting than I was expecting, and it really gave this amazing feel to the game that made it a lot different and a lot more enjoyable to play. So it made it feel more alive. Because most of the games I've played like this are very pixel arted or very downplayed with the graphics. So this kind of took it a step up, and I really, really enjoyed it. Now, do I think that it's going to be a lot harder later on? 100%. If it is anything like FTL or things like that, it's going to be a lot harder. The other thing is that, you know, you have factions that you're going to come encounter for, and I really never gotten to that point, but if you end up fighting them, I assume your faction is going to go down points, and the other three, I should say, will go up, because it looks like to be a total of 4. So I'm kind of interested to see how that works. Also, when you're in your pathing with going through with your jumps, you really can pick your own way to jump. You're not forced into like this linear movement of going through everything. So that's really cool thought also. You can kind of pick and choose where you're going to go, pick and choose how you're going to operate, which I kind of liked. I thought it was pretty cool. So I'm very interested to see where this game is going to go and how far it's going to go in the future. Now, what I really hope is that this, you know, this company actually takes this game and kind of moves forward with it a little more. And it really I really think that it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot, because I think that, you know, you have like the basic things you're going to learn from there. You have the basic ships and things like that. You can add some more DLC for some new ships. You can add some more people for your engineers, or I should say, like, you know, your combat specialist, your pilot, whatever you want to do. I think you're going to have a lot of options. I really like the game. I really did. I think that it's, like I said, I'm intrigued to see what they're going to do. I haven't followed. Hopefully, you know, they can end up seeing this video and sending us a copy so we can give out a full review. And yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. So we'll see how it goes. So thanks again, everybody, for stopping and saying hello. Make sure you hit that subscribe button here on YouTube. Make sure you follow us on Twitch. We are live every single Monday through Friday on twitch.tv. We have a lot of gaming information, you know, that we talk about there. We also do a lot of gaming information here on YouTube. So please check us out. Love you all. Make sure you end up, you know, checking out lordsofgaming.net for all your gaming news. We're going to be ending up, you know, publishing this video there too, you know, for their articles. So thank you again. See you all soon. Love you. Dream big, keep gaming. Have a fantastic rest of your week. Bye, everybody.